It's a Saturday morning. We are out on a new lake and we're going to try for some bass. My uncle told me about it. He's caught 5+ pound largemouth in here and we're going to give it a shot. It's going to rain a little bit. That's what it says in the forecast, but we brought our rain gear and we're going to see what we can do. Grant's first cast.
Literally as soon as it hit the water. This one's big.
Does this need to be plugged in?
No, Hunter, get that out of there.
Oh my goodness, his first cast! Get that, that's over 5. Oh my gosh! On a new lake.
Hunter, get that cord out of there. What are you doing? The cord has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not, just go.
Oh, look at Fish is probably 4 pounds.
No, he's bigger than that.
Oh,
that's a 5er.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Just ate that black and blue jig.
Grant said this lake looks like a jig lake because it's so green.
Yeah. Yeah, so look at the gut on that thing. He's 19.5 inches, so not 5 pounds, but definitely, he's big. But we'll get him back. Whoa, look at that. Literally, I'm not even kidding you. The first cast, like less than a minute, and he just smacked it right on the edge of the lily pads there.
Hooked up. I'm hooked up. Oh man. I just switched over to the swim jig because Grant missed one.
Yeah, I'm throwing a chunk and Hunter puts the swim bait on it. Oh, man, these fish are stocky.
Look at how pale that thing is. That's cool. He's so pale because the water's so green. That's a 2-pounder, but he's only like 15 or 16 inches. Oh,
there he goes.
Loop. So my setup today is a G Loomis 7-foot medium heavy. It's my basic bass rod. I only own one bass rod and I use it for everything. And I'm using a 1/4 ounce black and blue jig, and then I just put a ripple shad on there, 3-inch or 3.5, and just casting it up to the weed line and bringing it back, and they're just pounding it. Oh, I got a fish way out there on the swim bait. Oh, he's not big. He's not big. Baby. I switched up to this Northland Impulse just because I did good on him last week. Just a little guy. Oh. But I think what's helping us today is the overcast. It's been sunny for like weeks on end, and we've had rain. So a lot of these fish, what they'll do is they'll hang out in the weed lines on the hot days, and then like days like this, they'll come up and feed, and we're getting them in like 2 to 5 feet of water. And then on hot days, they'll hang out in like 6 to 14 feet. Oh!
I had one tap it. He's not very big, but we've been kind of, our expectations were set high when we got that nice fish right away, and haven't caught any like big ones since, but passing the time with these little ones, hopefully we get a nice bigger fish soon. But these fish look super healthy in this lake. We want to come out here in the fall time and fish for bass in like October, doing the same thing, fishing jigs. But when the weeds are super recessed, once it comes fall time, it makes it easier to fish. Hunter's got a good one on. This one might be a pike.
No, it's a bass. On my, they love that Impulse.
It's a good one.
3. Oh, yes! Oh man!
Came off. I didn't know if he was in the net.
Props to Grant. He netted that thing and was filming.
Usually I never can net. I thought it came off.
Yes! That's funny. He was barely hooked though, so.
Hunter would have yelled at me if that fish would have not went in the net.
16-incher. I think we found a new little gem lake close to our house that we can come, and I'd like to ice fish this because catching bass in the winter is awesome. Tip-ups and small little jigs, that'll be great.
Oh, this one's pulling.
I never feel them hit, they just slurp it up kinda. He's not that big.
How did he not get tangled in my line?
Oh. It's like the last one.
That impulse.
Nice. I'm out fishing Grant on the jig, but he's caught bigger fish. I think this is a walleye, guys, to be totally honest with you. Oh, it's a pike. Dang it. I love guessing the wrong species. Oh, oh. Nice. Oh, I love this net because, like, when they start flopping like that, they don't get tangled up, and just like now, they usually get unhooked by themselves. So you don't need to deal with any untangling. It's just so
again,
smooth.
Get the whole thing in there.
He's not very big, but the swim baits I love because I can fish them so slow, but I can still cover water as well. So we just netted that northern, and I want to talk about the net we're using. This is the Frable Conservation Series, and some new features have been added to it. So this new yoke has some lock washers here, so it won't pop off. It's nice and durable. The same mesh netting that's rubber coated, so your hooks don't get stuck in it, and it has a nice big brim with a lined bottom to support the fish and to make a bigger loop so it doesn't bunch up on you when the fish are in there. And what I really like is these new rubber handles. They hold up really well, and they're just a good feeling on your hand when you're netting the fish.
He's hooked up with a good one.
This thing cleared the water. He's coming at me. This.
Oh! Hunter, get the net. That's probably at a 3.5. Oh, that's a 4-pounder.
Oh,
there are some
yes.
nice fish on this lake.
Our first time fishing this lake, and we're killing it. Just that little swim bait. I mean, seriously, you don't need anything crazy. It's more how you fish it than what you're fishing with. That's kind of what I've learned today. Because Grant's using the jig, and he caught that big fish, but he hasn't really had many other fish other than that. Nice.
There we go. So we were actually about to leave in a little bit, but we want to fish this little stretch. Wind's coming this way, so we always fish the wind-blown side when we can. And it always usually produces fish. But definitely a nice day to get out on the water, and we'll update you guys once we're ready to leave. All right, we're going to call it a day. A pretty good day of fishing for only coming out for 3-4 hours, and definitely caught some nice fish. We'll be back to this lake before ice comes out. We'll be back to this lake before ice fishing gets here, and also once ice fishing starts. But
can you leave that part in there?
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch everyone in the next video.